Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. And continuing the Big Ten 2000s, we have Wanted, starring James McAvoy, Angelina Jolie, and Morgan Freeman. I remember when this came out, like 2008. A friend of mine and I we went to see this because I thought the trailer looked cool. He thought the trailer looked cool. It was rated R, and he was thrown off by the violence because he wasn't big into violence. I liked it. I thought this was good. He thought it was okay. Bought this at a pawn shop, and I actually watched this back when I was doing Modern Monday. This was on the docket, and I think this was supposed to be the one I did, and then I stopped doing them. For some reason, I just didn't do anymore, and I don't know. Well, I know why I stopped doing those. There was too many days. I was trying to do too much, too fast, too quickly. Uh, but I don't know why I didn't just do this review. I watched other reviews, but I never did this review. I don't know why. But let's talk about it. So Wanda tells the story of Wesley, a lowly computer worker, office worker, whose life sucks. You can't even Google his name and get anything from it, which is impossible because you type in any name and at least you're going to get something from your first name or your last name or both. I remember when I first watched this, I typed my name in and it led me to some guy in Scotland. I don't know, with my same name. So, I don't know, kind of weird. I know. You always get something. Yeah. And then his life was turned upside down with the arrival of Fox, played by Angelina Jolie, who saves him from this assassin named Cross, who he is led to believe is the assassin who killed his father. We see a scene at the beginning of this, and we're supposed to believe that this guy is his father. There's a twist later, we'll get to it. Yeah. So he's brought into this secret society known as the Fraternity that his father worked for and was killed by Cross, who also used to work for it but went rogue. And I gotta talk about the style of this. Let's see. The director of this film is Timur Bekmambetov. That's a name. I don't know anything else that he did. I like the style. What drew me in from the trailers was the style. The whole bending the bullet thing, the slowing down, the bullet time, as it were. It's the Matrix made famous. It drew me in. And that is the big thing in this movie, is slowing things down, bending the bullet. So one thing that disaster movie, or one of them. I want to say it was disaster movie, because honestly, I don't think it was epic movie. It had to be disaster movie. Took and used in their film, the bending the bullet thing. But yeah. When it comes to acting, Morgan Freeman is great. He's the ultimate villain in this film, and he relishes in it. The speech he has at the end, which I can't really say, but he's just fantastic. Angelina Jolie, never really been a big fan. She does okay. And James McAvoy, I feel like this is one of his early roles, at least in an American film. And he's okay. I feel like he's like the weakest link of this film is that I don't know. He has how do I put this? He has Justin Chatwin fart face a year before that movie came out. He is this like he just when he's like it's supposed to be a sign that he's getting stressed out and his anxiety, which ends up being like a special ability because of course it does, is manifesting, and it's poopy face. But I didn't hear any criticisms of that here over everybody make fun of it in that movie. It's basically the same face, but I think McAvoy handles it a little better. And I do like the scene where he finally tells his boss off, tells her to go fuck herself, and then like smacks his best friend who's cheating, who his girlfriend's been cheating on him with a keyboard, and it spits out "fuck you" with it Barry's teeth being the U. There are some actors. The actress who plays his girlfriend was the quote unquote love interest in AVPR. Chris Pratt plays Barry, the roommate. You know, I said Morgan Freeman, Angelina Jolie, James McAvoy. The guy who plays the repairman, Elton Pope from Doctor Who, in a very hated episode, Gods and Monsters, which I think it's okay. Everybody in the Doctor Who community hates that episode, and I don't get it. I actually think it's decent. It's a Doctor Light episode, but I think it's fine. Blink to YouTube. And of course, Common, when he was starting out his acting career. And so Wesley leaves his job. He goes with Fox, and he starts to learn the ropes at this fraternity where they beat the crap out of him, and they keep asking. I'm confused by this still. So they take him to the repairman. He beats the crap out of him, and she keeps asking, why is he here? Eventually, she's able to beat out of him that he's there because his life sucks. He doesn't know who he is, I guess is what the thing is. He doesn't know who he is. But then a montage, they do a training montage of him, He's still getting beat up by the repairman, so what's the point of the repairman beating him up? I thought it was to find out why he's there and the truth, but no, he's still getting beat up. I don't understand that. Yeah, I do like the training montage stuff. It's really cool. They slow things down when he's trying to hit this thing. And yeah, but Morgan Freeman's character here, he introduces him to the Loom. The Loom picks the victims. It spells out who's the next victim, and they have to honor the code and go kill that person. But agents are being gunned down one by one by this guy in revenge, by Cross in revenge, and this eventually leads to showdown on a train where Wesley mortally wounds Cross. But this is where the twist comes in. It's revealed that Cross is actually Wesley's father. Yep. And it's revealed by Terrence Stamp, who's working with Cross, who brings them to Cross's, mansion or whatever, house where he's living. It's revealed that the reason why he left is because, they go by the Loom. They have to kill whatever name comes up on the Loom. The problem is Sloan, that's Morgan Freeman's character, Sloan's name came up. And instead of, saying, hey, okay, you have to kill me, he decided, no, fuck that, I'm gonna live, and started using it for his own means. On one hand, I like this. I don't like where they take it. I think that's my only big criticism with this film is they decide to take it in an angle that I'm mixed on. So because of this, Wesley storms the fraternity house and kills some people before finding Sloan's office, where they're surrounded by people, including Fox and Common. He reveals the truth, and it would be one thing if it would make sense to me. So there's two ways they're getting on with this. The way they went is that after Wesley reveals to them the truth, Sloan reveals that everyone else's name came up. And then this is where he gives that great speech where he's like, if you want to honor the code, you stick the gun in your mouth, pull the trigger, or shoot this motherfucker, and we can all, go on with our lives, basically. And Common goes to shoot him, but goes to shoot Wesley, but Fox curves the bullet so that it goes around and kills everyone, including her, and Sloan has left by this point. So then she throws her gun to Wesley, and he's able to escape and go after Sloan. Now, that's the way they handle it. I think they could have handled it better. I don't think everyone needed to die. I think, and it would be a little more anticlimactic, but I think it would have been a little bit better handled because there is no big climax. After this, Wesley chases Sloan out. He's gone. And we get a wrap up at the end, which is a cool shot. But it's a shot we already saw earlier in the film, so they just reused a shot, or redid a shot, I should say. It's not reused, it's a different shot. Similar to the one at the beginning, but we'll get to it. Whereas here, I think it should have been they all pointed their guns at Wesley, ready to shoot him. But Fox, instead of curving the bullet, shoots Sloan, killing him. And they all kind of just stop and think about what just happened. Like, wait, she chose to kill him. What do we do? Well, it's kind of over. Because the way they set this up is that Wesley is going to have the life his father had. He's going to continue this. But with Sloan in the wind, I guess I'll say, and everyone else dead, what's left to do? What's the connection here? What's going on? Like, what is the future of the fraternity? Are there more sections of it, somewhere else? I don't know. Well, we get this shot of who we believe to be Wesley from behind. As we this is not me embracing my destiny. This is not me, this doing this. This is not me doing that. And then when Sloan shows up and puts the gun at him, he turns around and it's not even Wesley. He turns down and there's an X and sticky notes. He goes, oh fuck. And then we get the from earlier, the bullet comes through the head and it goes back through and it shows where it came from. And it's Wesley, like blocks away, able to shoot through a car and his ex-boss's donut hole. Literally a donut hole, not any euphemism. And kill him. And it's Wesley looking at the camera and saying, what the fuck have you done today? And ended the movie. Which is nice, but it leads us to believe he is now, is he going to hunt down the remaining members of the fraternity? Is he going to head up the fraternity? What's left? I think if it went my way and Fox killed Sloan, then you could assume maybe Fox takes over. Maybe he takes over. And also, another thing I forgot to mention is I would take out the plot point of, because the reason that they turn is because, I forgot to mention this, but me, all their names came up. Now, I have a problem with that because, one, you don't need that. Like I said, you could just, say, hey, his name came up. Or he can deliver it. You can keep that in, he can deliver the speech, but then Fox has a change of heart, kills him, and they're unsure what to do. Or just have an all-out, gunshot where he's like, Sloan, his name came up, he's been manipulating this thing. Now they're all unsure of what they should do. Who the people they killed, did they need to be killed? It's all and Sloan's like, fuck it, I'll do it myself. He takes the gun, points it at him, and then Fox shoots him through the head. And then they say something like, we're going to do it the right way. We're going to follow them no matter what. Also, I do have to question the loon. Okay? Now, he says that all their names came up. But was it after his name came up? Was it after his name came up and they were doing the dirty work he was telling them to do, and that's why their names came up? He doesn't specify when their names came up. It was after they started doing his dirty work from the manipulation, or was it before and he just didn't say anything? It's not specified. I would wager it was after, because it would make sense, because it's not doing what it wanted anymore, so it says, oh, let's kill them all. As it stands, I think it's just decently made. I'm going to give it a middle of the road, though, because it's not one I'll go back to. I like the scenes. They're a little stylistic for me. McAvoy's acting is hit and miss. It's not one I'm going to watch all the time, but it's not bad. All right, next one. I think we're only down to one dice now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, one dice. One dice. 6. Okay. See, you see it? It's hard to do. I can pick it up, but I don't want you to think I manipulated it, you know? Okay, so obviously it's the bottom one. Let's see what this is. You know I was going to have to do this sometime. This is one of the ones I put in there to even it out. Drumline. I have not watched this movie forever. I think I watched it once. All the way through. I don't think I've ever finished it. So there's that. So what are your thoughts on Wanted? In the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.